Welcome to Moments with Marianne. This is your host, Marianne Pastana. And we're here today with special guest, tech trend expert Scott Steinberg, who's here to share with us the new video game, Star Wars Outlaws. So are you struggling to get a gift for the Star Wars fanatic or gamer in your life who has everything? Well, today's guest is here to share with us the perfect pick. So trends expert and futurist, Scott Steinberg is one of today's most celebrated technology, gaming, and pop culture thought leaders, as seen in over 800 media outlets, from CNN and the New York Times to USA Today. He is also the best-selling author of 30 books, including Think Like a Futurist and The Modern Parent's Guide to Kids and Video Games, and has served as a consumer trends advisor and industry consultant for over 2,500 leading brands. A lifelong fan of fantasy and sci-fi for the past 25 years, the popular TV and radio commentator has had the pleasure of professionally reviewing and writing about thousands of gadgets and games. So welcome to the show, Scott Steinberg.
Hey, Marianne, great to be here. How you doing?
What an honor it is to have you here and just to talk about the new games that are out there. I understand that there was a recent report that talks about just adults gaming. I'd love for you to share that with us.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you might be aware, of course, kids love video games. They were saying like 72% of them were asking for them as the holiday gift. I'm surprised it's not more like 99.99%. But what's kind of interesting is that adults are really digging games as well. 191 million players are now playing. And by the way, the average age of game players is about 36 years old. So be careful, it's not just kids, but parents who are asking for video games as well.
Oh my goodness. So when it comes to holiday gift giving, especially with games, I mean, who wants what?
Well, everybody wants games of different age levels, different backgrounds, different interests. For example, maybe you've got a casual gamer in the family and they want to play titles like Just Dance 2025. Maybe you've got a fantasy one who wants the Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, to explore dungeons, fight monsters. But my pick of the season, I think, is going to be great for everybody ages 13 and up. It's rated T for teen, is Star Wars Outlaws, which really points to how epic and cinematic games are getting.
Okay, so I know a lot of people love the Star Wars brand. I'm one of them, and I can't wait to hear more about this game. Can you share a little bit about it with us?
Yeah, so it's a brand new game, the first open world action adventure that's set in the iconic movie franchise. And fans are going to love the fact that it has a brand new storyline that is set between the events of Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. And basically, in this action adventure, again, it's open world, so you can do what you want when you want. You play as an outlaw named Kves, who's trying to outwit the galaxy's crime syndicates with the help of her adorable alien companion, Nyx. And that means sometimes you're sneaking around bustling cities and cantinas. Sometimes you're racing speeder bikes across huge alien landscapes. And sometimes, if you want, you can even take her starship, the Trailblazer, and rocket off into outer space.
What a great game that is. And I know so many people are wanting to get their hands on it. What other games would you say are some of the top ones that we should be looking at this holiday season for our gifts?
Well, the other big one that you should be keeping on your radar, especially if you're a movie fan and you like the sci-fi type titles, is Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. So it's the type of action adventure game that really is going to appeal to fans of the franchise. You get all sorts of adventures and quests that you can be going on. And of course, the graphics are gorgeous. It's like playing through a movie. So, like I was saying, there's lots of choices for every age and every background. Just kind of depends what you're into.
So, what are the age ranges for both of these video games?
For the most part, you're looking at T for teen, so ages 13 and up. But like I was saying, you also have games like Just Dance 2025. And by the way, there's even a VR version if you have a virtual reality headset. That type of stuff is appropriate for all ages as well.
Oh my goodness, that's so exciting. Especially, so many kids are getting into the Star Wars trilogy and being part of that whole gaming that family. It's so fun to do that with the entire family, I would think.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's one of those games that's every bit as fun to watch as it is to play, and you can decide the direction of what you're going to do next. If you want to crack safes, if you want to sneak your way into bases with Imperial stormtroopers. I mean, it's edge of your seat stuff. And what's really nice is that games as a whole, like I was saying, are becoming much more cinematic in nature, much more sweeping. And anytime that you get a game, what's kind of neat is, like I was also saying, they're also evolving and growing. So pretty much what you buy in the box is not the be all end all. It's just the starting point nowadays.
And so this isn't an adult only experience. Kids are involved and can play as a family unit there.
That's right. That's right. Like I was saying, if you want to let your teens go hands on with the controller, but you could also have the entire family sitting in the background watching, eating some popcorn as you go. Pretty entertaining experience.
Well, that is such a great tip. And I understand that you may have some little sneak peek or a little tidbit to share with us about how to score the perfect game.
Well, definitely you want to go online and you want to search different sites like Steam or Ubisoft Connect services, I should say. You can download games now and you can get good deals on them. But also for titles like Star Wars Outlaws, what's really cool is all major retailers are doing this huge promotion where it's 25% off through December 2nd. So please do take advantage of Black Friday and holiday related sales. And also, if you're shopping for gaming hardware or accessories, punch in the name of the product, add the words coupon code to your favorite search engine. You'd be surprised by how many deals and discounts you could find.
My goodness. I know so many people are loving that. And what I really love about this, not only that Star Wars, and I'm totally geeking out about that, but also that it's something that you can get for the entire family. So it kind of takes care of, I think, in some ways, just a gift everyone wants to have.
That's right. That's right. And that's what we see with video game consoles like the PlayStation 5, which just came out in a new Pro Edition, which loads games faster, has even sharper graphics, or systems like the Xbox Series S and X, that they provide a wealth of entertainment options, different play styles for the whole family. And so the nice part is they really are a great way to bring people together, right? You can sit down in front of the TV. And of course, a portion of the family might like watching football, but for us sci fi and video game fans, well, now we have an activity that we can share with everyone as well.
It's like families are using this as a family bonding experience.
That's right. That's right. And like I was saying, if you're playing these dancing simulators, if you're playing strategy games where you're building and growing a civilization, or you're playing your way through your favorite movie experience, it really is something that speaks to players of all interests, all background levels. I think in the past, we thought of games as these really kind of geeky, impenetrable, hard to approach type titles. But the fact is, they're becoming much more user friendly than ever. And so everybody really can get in the game now. And by the way, a lot of them will get you up and moving and off the couch. So they're super social, they're super fun, super engaging. It's not like it's a solitary pursuit where you're sitting in the dark, bathing in the glow of an LCD monitor anymore.
No more of that. Well, and so why do you think so many adults are embracing not just this amazing game, but just gaming in general?
Sure, because game makers are offering something for everyone at this point. Once upon a time, maybe we focused a little heavily on the 18 to 35-year-old male, and it was all zombies and sci fi and the like. But now you're finding games that appeal to women, to kids. And the nice part is when you're browsing a game marketplace or your local retailer, it's almost like stepping into the video store. There's sections, there's topics. Some are about romance, some are about drama. They really have broadened the appeal and the reach. And they also realized, hey, if we made these things easier to play, then we might get more people interested. And so gaming over the last 30 odd years really has broadened its appeal. Also doesn't hurt that many folks who grew up with a Nintendo controller are now adults and parents themselves.
Kind of the old school, huh?
Well, the nice part is there's still plenty for us as well. The only problem is sometimes you wind up fighting for the controller with your teenager, and that can be tricky.
So, what advancements have happened in technology that make the Star Wars Outlaws even possible?
Well, as you can see, the computing power behind these things is amazing. It really is light years ahead of what we had back in the day, or even what we had in the arcades. Also, the storage space, so they can add high resolution graphics, giant landscapes that you can play through. And by the way, this is just the beginning. Keep in mind, we're starting to enter the age of artificial intelligence as well, where they're going to have procedural generation. Basically, they're going to generate storylines, missions, worlds to explore on the fly. But what I like about Star Wars Outlaws is for a variety of different hardware systems and even good old Windows PCs, You really can immerse yourself in this huge and gratifying and deep adventure, and it feels like you're living a movie.
Well, this is definitely a game to get excited about. Scott, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show with us here today.
Of course, Marianne, may the force be with you this holiday season.
Well, thank you, Scott. It's been such an honor to spend this time with you and to talk about the new video game, Star Wars Outlaws. You can learn more about Star Wars Outlaws at ubisoft.com. Well, we're at the end of our time today. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. You've been listening to Moments with Marianne, where we make every moment count.
In a single moment, your life can change. Moments with Marianne is a transformative hour that covers an endless array of topics with the best of the best. Her guests are leaders in their fields, ranging from inspirational authors, top industry leaders, and business and spiritual entrepreneurs. Each guest is gifted and a true visionary, a recognized leader in her own work, and while teaching others to develop, refocus, and grow, Marianne will bring the best guest and sometimes a special surprise. Don't miss this. You never know just which moment will change your life forever. Make sure to tune in and visit momentswithmarianne.com for more information.